Welcome to another episode of Women in Focus. Our woman in focus today is an economist. Well, she's in the real estate and mortgage industry, but she is crazy about numbers. So I'm sure we will be able to talk about numerology as well. Her name is Lata Kochhar, and she is a woman in focus today. Lata, you're most welcome in our program.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful, and sitting beside you is making my day.
I have heard a lot about you, met your husband, and he speaks very highly of you, and that makes me very happy because many husbands rarely do that.
He's a gem of person, honestly. Yes. I yet to find an honest person like him. Yeah. He is such a wonderful person. Even if I get mad sometime as a wife, we all get mad with our husbands, but then he's such a wonderful person, I tell you. Without his help, without his support, I wouldn't have been here where I am today. Honestly, I have to give him credit. He has played a major role in my life, and I can see this. Every woman, whosoever can do whatever, husband is the major source of motivation
and support. Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise, women can't really do that much.
Well, married women.
Married women. Married women, of course. Otherwise, father plays a major role. Brothers plays a major role. They just need an opportunity, right?
Of course, of course.
Sometimes they just go ahead and grab it. Otherwise, you know, if family is there, then the opportunity is easier to get.
So, Lata, how long have you been living in Canada for?
It's been like on 23rd of March, that's going to be our 24th anniversary in Canada.
Wow, that's beautiful. So
it's 24 years, yeah, that's right.
So, where were you born?
I'm born in New Delhi, born and brought up in Delhi. My all studies are from Delhi.
What college did you go to?
I went to the Venkateshwara College, South Campus.
Okay.
Yes, and then part of that I did from the other college as well, but Venkateshwara is my major college. And then I did I've done my bachelor's, Masters of Commerce in honors in Venkateshwara. Then I did my MCom. That's from South Campus, University of Delhi. And then I did my MPhil, then I did my doctorate.
Wow.
In finance.
So you are a doctor?
You
have a doctorate?
Yes. Because then what I did, that my research was completed there, so I was a professor there for sure in University of Delhi, and I was the youngest professor in University of Delhi because I did my studies pretty fast and I cleared the exams, whatever, on time or before time. So I was the professor, but I did my research and everything. When I came here, then UBC said that, okay, fine, because University of Delhi is an accredited university, so we can exempt all the studies, but you need to do the research again, because that has to be regional. So, and that time when I was new, I didn't know anyone, I had no job, nothing. I said, doing 4 years of grand research, I've done the research. And I just did not do that. And that was the time when I came here, I was expecting with my first child.
Okay, usually does happen like that, you know.
Yes.
And so a woman sacrifices, you know, what she's already done and wants to do. But I'll come to that in a minute. Yeah. So growing up in Delhi, now Delhi is a big cosmopolitan city, right?
For sure.
And a bustling city. How many in the family?
Oh, I have... we are like family of 5 siblings. I have 5 siblings, and I'm the youngest one. I'm the baby of the family. And that's why the spoiled one, pampered one. So my 4 sisters and 1 brother. Brother is the oldest.
Yes.
Then we have 4 sisters, and I'm the youngest in all 5 siblings.
Okay, fantastic.
And mom and dad. Yeah.
And what does your dad do?
My dad was a general manager in Indian Oil, and mom was a housewife. Brother is a venture capitalist.
Wow.
Bhavi is an eye surgeon, ophthalmologist. They run their own hospital in Delhi. Then the sister who's here, she's a practitioner, CPA. So she's single. Then the other sister is teacher. Then the other sister is fashion designer. And then I am.
So everybody in totally different professions.
That's right.
And so none of them either followed dad or decided, you know, okay, doctor, engineer, lawyer.
No, right. No, Bhaiya and Didi both were in numbers, right?
Right,
accounting and finance, and I followed the same thing.
So why finance? What is it that made you so interested?
I think it is in our blood. We are Agarwal family.
Oh, you're going back to all the caste
No,
system.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, numbers make so much sense to me. So it's just like they
Marwadis,
just
Gujaratis, and the Agarwals, right?
Agarwals.
No wonder Baniyas are so interested in numbers.
In numbers.
है ना?
It's all about business to them.
Yes.
So Bania means business. That's how.
Okay, so now studying there, so parents must have been very open-minded. You have
Very
to study.
open-minded. Oh yes.
Yeah.
I need to give them credit for that.
Yeah.
Before my sisters, what should I say? Like the one generation older, girls didn't used to study that time a lot.
Yes.
So when my Badi Didi, she said that, Dad, I don't want to marry this early, I want to become something. Then Dad gave her the opportunity.
Wow.
Although my Dadaji and my few relatives, they were not very happy with my father's decision, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Dad said, no, if you want to become something, if you want to study, I don't want to, forcefully marry you just because you're a girl. So he gave a very fair chance to Didi, and I guess she was the one who was carrying the torch in the family, and that's how we all sisters got equal opportunity to study.
Isn't
And
that just beautiful?
This is beautiful. This is my
Yeah.
mom never got the opportunity. Mom said that my all mamas used to go and
Study.
the schools used to be in another village, and then
Yeah.
that's how they said that only boys can travel that much. So mom could do only high school, 12th, but mom could not study because the transportation going to another village was a difficult thing. So mom also had this desire that, you know what, could not study, but I want my daughters to study.
Good for
So
her.
then
Yeah.
that's how, so Didi studied, and then we all followed, all three siblings, we just followed her. So we
Beautiful.
got the opportunity.
So I want to come to the person who brought you here, or you both came here. How did you meet him? But give me a minute. I'm going to take a short commercial break, come back and ask you about the love of your life.
Okay, sure.
Lata is our woman in focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Our woman in focus today is Lata Kochhar. So Lata, we were at the junction where, was yours an arranged marriage or did you meet him and it was a love marriage?
That's a question. So very funny story, I know. So me and Vineet is a love marriage, of course.
Is it? It is?
It is a love marriage.
Is he a Baniya too?
No, he's not.
He's not a Baniya, okay.
He's not, he's Punjabi.
Oh, cha.
So, but then it's a love marriage. So first day, first class in our college, that's where we met.
Oh.
So we were, I guess, 18.
Wow.
Bachelors, yeah. Me and him was in the same class. We are same year born, only 2 days apart. He's 2 days older to me.
Isn't that just beautiful?
So that was nice, but I had such a thing in my head since the childhood. I had the passion of becoming professor. I always had this passion, a dream of my life that I want to become a professor. I want to have a doctor in front of my name. That was the passion I was so focused about. And when Vineet saw me, he liked me, and then he said that, okay, I like you. And then I said, you know what, I have no time for all these things. I don't want to get distracted.
I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a professor, so nothing. So he said, okay, never mind, I'll wait for you. You just say that, yes, okay, I will, and then say yes, and then I'll wait.
Thaka kar lete hain.
Yeah, just, and then I said no, because a yes brings so much commitment.
Right.
I don't want to be committed other than my studies, my career. I don't want to be committed to anything else, so I will not. But he pursued me a lot. So the 3 years of bachelor's in India, there is 3 years of bachelor's. Then he tried, and then I said no. I kept studying.
But mom and dad knew that you were
Mom and
singing?
dad knew. This is one of our things
Yeah.
that even the first day I met, and then we used to go to mom and then just tell her every single thing.
Yeah.
Mama suno. I had something to tell you. So she knew. All sisters knew.
Acha.
Dad and bhai maybe not.
Yeah,
but
you didn't. But
Didi,
them, they
yeah,
knew.
sisters and mama knew since the day one. Day one. And then I was so focused in my studies, didn't pay any attention. But you know, then I started doing my master's in commerce, and he went into MBA.
I see.
He did his MBA finance. I went into MCom, and then I went into MPhil. So I kept studying, and he did not do anything, but he just kept waiting for me.
Isn't that just
Yeah,
beautiful?
he waited for 7 good years and then say, are you ready now? And I said, oh my God, you're still waiting? He said, no, I will wait, I will wait.
So while he was waiting and you were studying, were you meeting each other?
No, no, I was not, but he was. He used to call me blank calls, you know, all those stuff. And then he used to come and see me from far. Where he used to. Then we had common friends because we were in the same class, so
Right.
we had common friends. So friends used to keep telling me that, you know, he's still waiting. He's not going and dating anyone. He's just like so crazy for you. He's just.
And so eventually you said, "Acha, chalo, let's get married."
But you know what? When after MBA and when I went into MPhil, then he just disappeared. He was just not there. No calls, you know, no friend circle, mutual
Wow.
meetings, and
Then you thought,
and
"Acha."
that's where I started missing him.
Oh.
I said, okay, I think I also like him.
Yeah, isn't that lovely?
When he did his job, he started his job, and I was in my MPhil, and I started as a lecturer. That was my first job. When I started as lecturer, then he came to my class. I was teaching economics, I still remember, in Khalsa College, North Campus.
Wow.
And that was the class he came in, and then he sat, and I said, I recognize him. He's not my student.
No.
So that's where he started, and then I said yes.
Oh, beautiful. Your mom and dad must have been very happy too.
Yes, mom and dad happy. My in-laws were very happy because in-laws were used to see him so sad. Yes.
And so when did you guys decide to leave India and come to Canada?
So what happened, it's another interesting story. My older sister, who's a CPA, I just mentioned, she's single. So when
Yeah.
she was single, because when she studied, and that's the thing, something happened during the time,
Yeah.
that there was not suitable match we could not find because she studied a lot. She became CA, ICWA, CS, all 3 degrees she
Wow.
did, and she was the internal auditor in Indian Oil Corporation, so she was holding a good post. So we could not find a suitable match. But then during that time, the second sister, we found match for her.
Yeah.
So dad said, okay, whosoever we're finding will marry. So that's how Didi just left behind. And that time, like I'm talking about somewhere in 89, 90s. Then Didi, everyone used to say, when are you going to get married? So Didi said, okay, never mind, I'm just going to start another phase of my life. So she came here first. She came to attend wedding of my third sister.
Right.
And then we just never let her come back. But during that time, because I used to be so sad, and then when I said yes to Vineet said that you worry so much for your sister, and I can see the love and affection between
Yeah.
you sisters. So he always wanted to come and settle somewhere abroad. So he said, okay, fine, let's go to Canada then.
Ah.
So
and so where was she living here in Canada?
In Vancouver.
Oh, she was in Vancouver. No kidding.
Yeah. So we came, we filled the form. When we filled the form, because of Didi, but something happened. By the time I got married, Didi went back to India.
Oh, so you swapped places.
Yeah,
with
I know. So because Mama never let her come, we came here in a very early stage of our lives.
Right.
I resigned from my lecturer, my professorship, came here. I don't know. Maybe it was just destined.
It was
It was
destiny.
destined, and we just came here.
I want to take you to that part when you first came here, and you said you were pregnant at that time,
That's
right?
right. That's
so
right.
I want you to tell me that story, but let's take a short break.
Sure.
And come back.
Yes.
Lata is our woman in focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Our Woman in Focus today is Lata Kochhar, and we had just come to this beautiful part where, well, you were alone here and sad, but you came to Canada.
We came to Canada.
So, how difficult was it as a new immigrant to get used to the country? Did you face any discrimination or alienation?
I will say that I was fortunate one. When we came here, I guess the biggest asset was our education, the degrees, and that helped us a lot that time. I came in 2001,
Right.
March, right? And that was, and Punjabi, although Vineet is Punjabi, but in Delhi, people don't really speak that much
Yeah,
Punjabi.
they
It
speak
was all Hindi.
Hindi, yeah.
Hindi or English, that's
Yeah.
the thing. So when I came here, I used to just meet many Punjabi people, and then they used to speak language, and then I was not able to understand them. I
So
didn't
you
used to.
spoke Hindi.
I used to, yeah, I speak Hindi. I speak Hindi, but I never got the opportunity to learn Punjabi, or because I did
Right.
not even hear Punjabi so much, so I could not even understand Punjabi. But then that time, the language was the issue, and then when people used to talk me, and then I used to reply in English, and then they used to say, "You speak English?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you speak so well English." And then I said, "Yeah, our all studies are in English, and then I teach in English, so
Yeah.
English is like the second most speaking language in India."
In India, that's
so
right.
Hindi and English, those are the two things. So people used to get amazed,
Ah.
and I know that the struggle was there. We started with a very small job, but that was the accounting job we started from.
Ah.
But then I did a few courses, few degrees to get myself into the teaching profession again. But I never wanted to be a school teacher. I always wanted to be a professor.
University
Professor. So I never wanted to go in teaching. So I got the opportunity. I did few courses. I did the diploma in instructor diploma here. I did some payroll courses to become the certified payroll manager. I did the CPA. A few courses of CPA, but then I said, okay, I don't want to become a CPA, so I just want to stick to my teaching. But then I got the opportunity. I started with VCC. I taught in CDI as well. Then I got into BCIT, and since then I've been teaching in BCIT.
So the course that you're teaching at BCIT is
Finance.
finance.
So they give like there are pools of courses, so you can pick and choose. So sometimes they offer you. When I was new, they used to offer me, but I was the one who started, because payroll management is not the course BCIT teach. So then I was the one who brought that course into the BCIT. So
Isn't
I
that
prepared,
lovely?
I created the course for them, presented in front of union, and got that accreditation. So I started that course, CPA. We call it Canadian Payroll Management course.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I started that. So that was the opportunity came in my way, and I did that.
So Lata, children.
Yes.
So you said when you came here you were pregnant.
I was pregnant. I was 7th month. I was in my 7th month.
Wow.
Because 8th month they never used to would have let me fly.
Yeah.
And we asked them, because we never knew anyone here that time. So we applied for extension. We said, okay, let me deliver baby in India,
And then I'll
Delhi, where
come
the
here.
family is, and then I'll come. They said, no, first time you have to go. There is no extension for the first time. So we had to come. So I was in my 7th month, and then and I was at the end of finishing my thesis, my dissertation, my
Right.
viva, we used to call that.
Right.
Dissertation was, thesis was at the completion stage. So I used to just 24 hours I used to study and write my dissertation, my thesis, finish it, and did my interview, and got that research out of the way that yes, I have done that. It's all done. So during my pregnancy, that's what I did. So in my pregnancy, I think I have done many things. I finished my PhD, I finished my, and then I wrapped everything up, and then I flew here, and then a 7th month, and then I started with a small job, and then we took a basement,
Yes.
Everybody starts from
That's
basement.
right, that's
we
right.
did that, and then started hunting for jobs. And then, first 3 months MSP is not covered.
Yeah,
When we
it's
come.
not.
Then we were thinking that 7th month, 9th month, we are very cutting close. But again, God's grace, Samya was three weeks overdue.
She said, okay, I'll give mom and dad the chance.
Enough time. So she supported me in her own way.
Oh, isn't that just lovely? So your son, how old is he?
19 plus.
Oh, okay, so.
Son is 19 plus, daughter is 22 plus.
And what are they doing?
So Samya is so passionate about dance.
Ah,
So
dance.
Dance. So she does the wedding choreography. She
Okay.
does the Bollywood dance. She's instructor. She was instructor, here. And then she said that, Mama, enough of learning here in Vancouver, Shamak, and different schools. Then she said, I wanna explore
Have my
more.
own.
Explore
she have
more
a-
dance. She wanted to learn more. Then she
Oh.
went to Toronto. So she was here doing her psychology degree, 2nd year, and then she went to York University, Toronto, and then she said, I'm gonna study, plus I'm gonna dance. But I know back of her mind, it was more dance. So she did that. She did wonderful job there. She's been working with different artists, and she's just exploring her own way.
Fantastic.
And she's good in what she does.
And your son?
And my son is doing second year business school in SFU. So
Oh,
he's following my thing. And Samya, I think Samya needs to create her own empire, because
Beautiful.
I'm not a big help there. But she's doing good. So now she's back here, and she's saying that, okay, fine, I'm gonna just, she wanted to start a dance academy.
I think she should. There is
Yeah.
a need for that.
Yeah, dance academy, she wants to do the choreography, she is doing, managing shows, event management, that's what her passion is.
So Lata, my last question to you. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
5 years. So I started doing the mortgages. There was a transition,
Right.
from BCIT. I was teaching finance, and then I said, okay, I'm going to do something on the other side of the table. So same, instead of teaching, now I'm at the other side, and I'm doing the residential mortgages. So me and Vineet, we have our own company. It's he does the commercial mortgages, I do the residential mortgages. So now BCIT is like my only once a week lecture type of thing. Now I'm more into my own business. So this is something I'm doing right now. So business expansion, and I'm getting so much satisfaction by doing that. It's not that
Yeah.
teaching was my passion, it's always gonna be my passion, but
Right.
it's same thing that I'm educating people.
Of
So
course.
people struggle a lot. They don't know the programs out there. They don't know how to take mortgages. What are the small pieces of puzzle they can fix? They can get diverted and distracted by many people that, oh, there is the other way to do things. But no, I think there is the right way to do things. It's just that you need to fix your puzzle.
Isn't that lovely?
That's what I'm doing. So where do I see myself? I always want to give enough time to family. That's one
Yes.
thing I'm very particular about, that my kids, my husband should get enough time of me, even if I'm busy. I will just pull the all-nighter. I will wake up the whole night. I will not sleep. But if my kids need, like the Vansh, I teach him. I
Right.
still teach him the statistics, business, math, and everything when his exams are there. So I do see taking care of family. I do see myself taking care of family, and plus building my business and helping
for you.
people, and helping women, helping the youngsters. That's my main goal.
Lovely. All the more power to you, Lata.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
being
much.
our Woman in Focus today.
Thank you so much. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. It's such a big platform, and I'm so honored to be here, honestly.
Thank you. Lata Kochhar has been our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back.